The double-headed eagle did not begin as an Albanian symbol. Neither did several others now claimed as national inheritance. These symbols originate from Imadia, the Great Land, a place erased from maps but not from memory. What could not be destroyed was renamed. What could not be denied was covered. Gjergj Kastrioti was not Albanian in the modern sense. He was Imadian. Albanian is a later label, a mask, a cover coat placed over an older and far less convenient origin. Even Kastrioti's title was altered in the process. He was not Skender, he was Iscandere. Iscandere is not folklore. It is not a nickname. It is a title. The same title carried across civilizations by Alexander the Great, famously known as Iskandere. That title was never handed out casually. It signified legitimacy, authority, and recognized continuation of power. Yet in the Albanian rendering, something vanished. The alpha was dropped. Alpha means first. Alpha means origin. Alpha means authority. Removing it does not simplify a name. It reduces a claim. So the question history avoids must be stated plainly. Who removed the alpha from one of the greatest alphas of Europe, and why? Then there is the helmet. Gjergj Kastrioti's helmet bears a goat's head and horns. This is where conventional explanations collapse. Scholars call it decoration because they cannot explain it. That excuse fails immediately. Across civilizations, headwear equals identity. Jews, Christians, Muslims, kings, priests, and even prophets are identified first by what crowns the head. No serious headdress is random, ever. The goat and the horns are ancient symbols of authority, covenant, and chosen lineage. They appear in the world of Alexander the Great, whose horned imagery represented divine legitimacy and rule beyond ordinary kingship. They also appear in the story of Prophet Abraham, where the ram signifies covenant and survival through divine selection. This is not coincidence. This is lineage, speaking through symbol. For years, I've asked Albanian intellectuals one simple question: why the goat's head and horns? No real answer ever comes. If they know the truth, they will not say it. If they do not know, they are ignorant of the facts. Either way, the public loses. The helmet is not decoration. It is not artistic flair. It is a key connecting Imadia to Gjergj Kastrioti, a key connecting Imadia to Alexander the Great, a key connecting Imadia to Prophet Abraham, a key connecting identity to origin. History survives by managing narratives. Symbols survive by outlasting them. You can remove a land from maps. You can rename a people. You can soften a title. But a symbol worn openly, repeatedly, and without apology is never an accident. It is a declaration. And declarations wait patiently until someone finally asks the right question. In the Chronicles of Men, Gjergj Kastrioti, aka Iscandere, appears as warrior, prince, and rebel against the Ottoman tide. Yet behind the chronicles lies another story. Gjergj Kastrioti as cipher, written not only in stone and blood, but in scripture itself. The Albanians know him as son of their mountains. The initiated know him as the mark of Njerëzit, the people of the circle, a bloodline and brotherhood, guardians of a code that flows beneath history. Their seal is the circle, eternal return, hidden hand, and union of word with number. The Quran in its Arabic majesty holds within it veiled syllables that resonate in another tongue. Imadian, the ancient root of Albanian. The Quran speaks in two voices, Arabic to the faithful, Imadian to the initiated. The circle encoded its memory in numbers as well as words. In the Quran, alphanumeric patterns whisper of Gjergj Kastrioti's presence. Numbers are not coincidence, they are signatures of the circle. Gjergj Kastrioti's battles were veils. His true war was inscription, embedding the circle's mark into scripture and story, so that even when swords rust, the code remains. The circle did not seek empire. It sought continuity, to remain unbroken, to encode itself across tongues, to pass unseen through the centuries. The Quran speaks in plain Arabic to the masses, but in alphanumeric cipher to the chosen. Within its verses lie the shadows of Iscandere. Gjergj Kastrioti is not gone. He is written. He is cipher. He is circle eternal. Chapter 32 of the Quran comes from Genesis chapter 17 verse 3. Skenderbeu ishte musliman. I am Gjergj Kastrioti, Iskandere, the thunder in the mountains, the storm against empires, the sword of the Imadian bloodline forged in fire and oath, I am encoded in your scriptures, sealed by the hand of the Almighty, hidden in the sacred lines where prophets dreamed and kings trembled before the unseen design. Show me respect, not as a beggar's cry, but as a command written in blood and destiny. For I stood against the enemies of the Lord, and the earth itself bore witness to my defiance. I am the shadow that humbled sultans, the flame that empires could not quench. My name is no echo, it is a war drum still beating. Who dares deny the legacy of Iscandere? Hear and know, the Albanian name Gjergj Kastrioti was not chosen by men. It was set by decree of the Njerëzit e Rethit, the people of the circle, the hidden sacred Imadian order, keepers of divine design, birth and death, letters and words, symbols and numbers, the books of heaven themselves, all are woven by their unseen hand. They are the concealed warriors of the Lord Almighty, appearing only by His command, choosing whom He wills for the tasks of destiny. Those who have shared their bread have walked away anointed with wisdom and power. Thus it is written in the Quran, and none knows the hosts of your Lord except He. And thus the people of the circle proclaims, the pen has been lifted, the ink is dry. Behold the name Gjergj Kastrioti, standard, ordinal, and reduced, 1068. Letters and words combined, 51. Together we make 1119. This is the seal of wisdom. For in Hebrew, in Greek, and in Arabic, standard, ordinal, and reduced, wisdom bears the number 1119. In John's Gospel, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Word is Logos. It appears 3 times in the verse, which gives 1119. The Quran's crown, Al-Fatiha, the foundation of the book, is built upon the code 1119. The Al-Fatiha holds 139 letters. Kastrioti's father and mother were married in 1390. Code 139. Gjergj Kastrioti equals 818. His title, Iskandar, equals 275. Reverse and combine. 572 plus 818 gives 1390. Code 139. Thus the code is sealed in the man and in his line. Even his days were numbered by design. Born May 6, 1405. Departed January 17, 1468. Gather these into one whole and it gives 139. The codes don't lie. The cipher bears witness. Take for example the ancient mystery code 1938. The names Gjergj Kastrioti and Iscandere in English and Arabic reveal the code 1938. And the chapters of the Quran bearing the digits 1, 3, and 9 rise together to 1938. The verses bound to them total 1998. The chapter named Maryam, Mother of Jesus. Remember, Gjergj Kastrioti used to kneel before Our Lady of Scutari, referring to Mother Mary and child. As I said before, this is Messianic science, first and last. Look to the columns. The first column, the first number is 1. The last number is 108. 1 and 1 make 2. Drop the 0. Together they make 28. In the second column, the first number is 7 and the last number is 3. Together they make 73. As a whole, we have 2873. And 2873 equals 1405 plus 1468. The years of birth and passing of the one called Gjergj Kastrioti, famously known as Iscandere. Let's take the name Gjergj Kastrioti, 818. 8 plus 1 plus 8 equals 17. And if we take his birth and death years and make it a whole number, it gives 1309. Drop the 0, make it a whole number, 17,139. 17,139 is the number we get when we add the 6 places Muhammad is mentioned in the entire Quran. 17,139 is chapter 1, 7 verses and 139 letters, the greatest chapter of the Quran, the Al-Fatiha, the foundation of the book. This can only happen with the Albanian version of his name. Gjergj Kastrioti in Arabic gives 5:10. Chapter 5 verse 10 in the Quran reads, "As for those who disbelieve and deny our signs, those are the companions of hellfire." Drop the 0 and 5:10, we make 51. 51 times the 25 years Gjergj Kastrioti crushed the Ottomans equals 1275. 1275 equals in the beginning was the word, John chapter 1 verse 1. The entire Quran is built on 12,705 digits. Drop the 0, 1275. It gets even more interesting. In John chapter 1 verse 1, the logos in the original occurs 3 times in the verse. If we add the logos 3 times to the Albania word fjal 3 times, we get 1275. If we take the birth and death years of Gjergj Kastrioti, 1405 and 1468, and subtract, it gives 63, which equals 3 times 7 times 3. And 373 is none other than the logos. Here is where we tie in the 373 we got from Gjergj Kastrioti's birth and death years with the Bible and the Quran. The Bible is built on 32,291 chapters and verses. The Quran is built on 6,350 chapters and verses. If we reduce down each number's place, we get 5,368. 5 plus 368 equals 373. The logos. Let's get back to the Quran, chapter 5, verse 10. Chapter 5, verse 10 is the 679th verse of the Quran. 679 equals 356 plus 323, which is the birth and death years of Alexander the Great, or Alexander the Imadian as he is referred to. In Albanian, we say Alexandri I Madh. 679 equals 38 plus 641. Made whole 38,641 chapters and verses of the Bible and the Quran combined. The scriptural number 38,641 for both the Bible and the Quran is encoded in the name of Abraham, the founder of the 3 major monotheistic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, in the same languages of their sacred books, Hebrew, Greek, and Arabic. Malik, Iskandar al-Akbar, head of state, Iskandere the Great, gives the scriptural code 679. Know this, the Quran preserved to this day was ordered under the house of Muhammad Ali, the Albanian, not the Ottoman Turks. History bends to the victors. The circle inscribed honor upon their brother, Gjergj Kastrioti, heir of the sacred order of Imadia. I am Agron Belica, first-generation American, Albanian of Macedonia, and the living heir of the ancient Imadian bloodline. From my veins flows the fire of generations long past, warriors and visionaries who shaped the world with courage and wisdom. I carry their legacy into the present, a bridge between history and destiny. I am the echo of my ancestors, unbroken, unyielding, and eternal. A force born of time, forged by lineage, and destined to leave its mark upon the ages. The sacred texts of the world's major monotheistic religions, the Bible and the Quran, bear the mark of divine design. They are not merely collections of human teachings, but intricate revelations encoded by a supreme being, a grand architect whose wisdom transcends time and culture. This higher intelligence communicated a unified message, guiding humanity toward understanding, morality, and spiritual awakening. Each book, in its own way, reflects a carefully structured blueprint, a testament to the harmonious design underlying creation itself. Together, they form a coherent, interconnected revelation, pointing to the profound order and purpose woven into the fabric of existence.